In the high-stakes world of K-pop, some groups are born from a dream. Others are born from a legacy, but one group was born with the weight of an entire dynasty on their shoulders. They were given the name BABYMONSTER, part innocent, part powerhouse, and a crown they did not forge but are expected to wear. This is not just the story of a debut. It is the story of 7 chosen heirs, the ghosts on their throne, and the crushing weight of the heaviest crown in K-pop. This is the story of BABYMONSTER. Every throne is haunted by those who came before, and the throne of the queens of YG Entertainment is particularly crowded, a lonely, dangerous seat shadowed by figures of immense power and mythic status. The first ghost is a legend, a revolution in 4 parts. 2NE1. They didn't just sing, they blazed a trail. In an era dominated by cute synchronized concepts, 2NE1 erupted onto the scene with a rebellious energy that felt raw and real. They took the girl crush concept and solidified it into a global blueprint, blending hip-hop, pop, and reggae into a sound architected by Teddy Park that was unheard of for a girl group at the time. With their bold streetwear and a string of 9 #1 hits, they were authentic, powerful, and unapologetically themselves, becoming the first Korean girl group to hold a solo world tour and prove that a YG girl group could conquer the world on their own terms. But their reign ended not with a fade, but a fracture. After a long, cold, 2-year hiatus that left fans in a state of limbo, the end was swift and brutal. The members themselves, as leader CL later revealed in a heartbreaking interview, found out their own group had disbanded through the media. Imagine the dissonance. A day of gratitude at a Thanksgiving dinner in America, suddenly shattered by a cold digital headline from Korea. The first ghost on the throne is not just one of success. It's a chilling, cautionary tale. It is the ghost of precarity, a reminder that even the most monumental crown can be taken away without warning. And then came the Titans. If 2NE1 lit the fire, BLACKPINK conquered the world with it. They are not simply seniors, they are a global cultural phenomenon, an act that turned the legendary Coachella Festival into Pinkchella as they became the first K-pop group in history to headline. Their name towering over all others on the poster, they shattered records on a scale that is difficult to comprehend, becoming the first K-pop act with multiple 2 billion view music videos and conquering the Billboard and UK charts simultaneously, a feat not seen since the biggest Western girl groups in their prime. Their empire transcended music. They redefined the power of a brand, becoming the living faces and global ambassadors for the world's most luxurious fashion houses. Chanel, Dior, Saint Laurent, Celine, Bulgari. They didn't just wear the clothes, they became muses, sitting front row at Paris Fashion Week and setting global trends. They are a cultural and economic force, each member a powerhouse solo artist in her own right. This is the critical point. BABYMONSTER isn't just competing with other rookie groups, they are competing with the ghost of a revolution and the shadow of the biggest girl group in history, both legends born from the very same house. So, who are the 7 heirs chosen for this impossible task? They are not just trainees, they are a collection of elites, each a monster in her own right. A multinational force from Korea, Japan, and Thailand, strategically assembled for global reach from day one, with each member a key to unlocking a different part of the world. From Japan, a dual threat forms the group's performance engine. Ruka, the eldest, a dance master whose powerful flow embodies YG's hip-hop identity after a decade of training. And Asa, the lyrical prodigy, a main rapper with a sharp, versatile delivery who showcased her creative fire by writing her own lyrics as a trainee, a rare and valuable asset for any group. At the center stands Ahyeon, the definitive all-rounder described by YG's founder as a warrior with many weapons. Her pre-debut versatility earned her the Little Jenny nickname, a title of both immense honor and crushing expectation. Her journey was the most fraught, with a sudden health-related hiatus leaving a void at the group's very center right before their debut. Her triumphant return for Sheesh promotions was not just a comeback, it was a declaration that the group was finally truly whole. the heart of their sound is the Korean vocal line. Rami, the powerhouse, praised for her soulful tone and an incredible 4-octave range that gives her immense versatility, and Rora, the storyteller, whose rare emotional intelligence in her delivery makes listeners feel as though she has lived every single word. Finally, the prodigies from Thailand, following in the footsteps of a legendary legacy. Pharita, with her elegant stage presence and crystal-clear, Disney-like vocals, and Chiquita, the Maknaes and the group's true monster. With a training period of just 3 months, her talent was so prodigious and her charisma so undeniable, she was immediately marked by YG himself as a future global star. But talent alone is not enough to wear the YG crown. First, the heirs had to be tested. But unlike the generations before them, whose trials were held behind the notoriously closed doors of the practice rooms, their trial was a public spectacle. A show called Last Evaluation, where their every flaw and every triumph would be broadcast to the world. The premise was brutal. In a shocking announcement, YG's founder, Ahyeon Suk, declared that BABYMONSTER was originally planned as a 5-member group, that some of the 7 girls they had all grown to love would be eliminated. Overnight, the dream became a competition. These young girls, some as young as 13, now had to fight for their future in front of millions, under the constant, agonizing threat of being cut from the team they already considered their family. The pressure was immense, a public crucible designed to either break them or forge them into steel. Week after week, they were pushed to their limits. They were asked to tackle their seniors' legacies head-on, performing songs that were part of the very history they were meant to inherit. Imagine the emotional weight of singing BLACKPINK's Stay, a desperate plea for someone not to leave, while simultaneously facing the very real possibility of being forced to leave themselves. We saw them struggle, we saw them cry, and most importantly, we saw them instinctively support each other through it all. The show built to a heartbreaking climax. The producers officially selected 5 members: Ahyeon, Ruka, Chiquita, Rami, and Pharita. For a moment, the world held its breath. 2 were left on the edge of elimination: Rora and Ahyeon. The silence was agonizing, but in a final narrative twist, Yang Hyun-suk declared that the overwhelming demand from fans, the YG family, made it impossible to leave them behind. He announced that all 7 would debut together, crowning Rora and Ahyeon as the fans' choice. Was it a genuine change of heart swayed by public opinion? Or was it a masterclass in narrative marketing from the beginning? The result was the same. By creating a crisis and then resolving it by listening to the fans, YG did something much more powerful than just generate hype. He forged an instant, fiercely protective bond between the fandom and the group. The fans were no longer just spectators. They felt they had personally fought for and saved 2 of their members. This wasn't just a survival show. It was the public fire that created their first and most loyal legion of followers before a single song was ever released. With the lineup forged and a legion of fans at their back, only one question remained, the one that truly defines any group. What would the new generation of YG royalty sound like? Their first swing at an answer was the debut single, Batter Up. The reaction was immediate and deeply polarized. For some, it was a home run. A powerful, confident debut that was pure, undiluted YG hip-hop. It had the brassy, bombastic beat and the signature, almost arrogant swagger that fans had come to love. But for many others, it felt like a ghost, a tired retread of ideas, a formulaic track that sounded more like it was made in 2016 than 2023. Critics noted that while powerful, it lacked the melodic experimentation that was defining the 4th and 5th generations of K-pop, feeling like a perfectly preserved relic from a past golden era. Their next major release, Sheesh, seemed to be a direct response, arriving with the triumphant return of Ahyeon and a darker, more modern edge. The production was slicker, the performances more polished, and the charisma was undeniable. Many fans embraced this as the group's true beginning. But again, the core criticism was deafening. Critics and longtime fans saw the same pattern, a song built from the infamous YG song template, the sparse verse, the explosive pre-chorus build-up, the anti-drop chorus where the beat thins out, and the requisite high-energy dance break tempo switch at the end. It was called a copy of copies, a Frankenstein of YG tropes that still sounded too much like an echo of BLACKPINK. And this is the heart of their struggle, their great sonic paradox. The YG sound is a powerful weapon. It is a formula proven time and time again to create global hits. Its structure is cohesive, its production is immaculate, and its addictive quality is part of its immense global appeal. But it is also a creative cage, a gilded prison. When you are born to inherit a sound, how do you make it your own? Can a group truly be monsters if they are not allowed to be musically dangerous, to experiment, and even to fail? Or is the perfect execution of this legendary sound the very thing that makes them worthy of the crown? Are they honorably continuing a legacy, or are they trapped by it, unable to forge a sound that is truly, uniquely their own? Their sound has divided the internet. What do you think? Is it a classic sound, or is it time for a revolution? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And so the story truly begins. 7 heirs, standing on a foundation built by giants, inheriting a kingdom with established laws of sound and strict rules of succession. They stand under the weight of a crown, heavy with history, with expectation, and with the ghosts of the past. It is a crown they did not forge, but are now commanded to wear. It is, for now, a borrowed crown. It glitters with the triumphs and the impossible standard of perfection set by BLACKPINK, offering a clear blueprint for global domination. But it is also shadowed by the memory of 2ENE1, a chilling reminder of fragility, a ghost that whispers how quickly even the most revolutionary fire can be extinguished. They must navigate between these two powerful legacies, the pressure to replicate an untouchable success and the fear of repeating a tragic history. Therefore, their journey will not be measured in the cold, hard data of chart positions or first-week album sales alone. Those metrics belong to the legacy they inherited. Their true story, the one that will be uniquely theirs, will be measured in their ability to endure the weight of it all. It will be written in the small, brave moments of artistic choice, the moments they choose to honor the legacy, and the moments they dare to defy it. The moments they choose the safety of the formula, and the moments they risk it all for a new sound. Ultimately, their story will be about whether they can survive the crown's weight long enough to melt it down and forge their own. To melt down a crown is an act of rebellion. It means taking the priceless gold of a guaranteed formula and throwing it back into the fire, risking everything for the chance to create something original, something true to themselves. The final question, the one that will define their era, remains in the air, echoing in every performance and every new song they release. Will the weight of this inherited crown crush them, or will these 7 monsters grow strong enough to make it fit, reshaping it in their own image? The age of monsters has just begun. If you believe in their journey and want to follow their story, subscribe for more. We will be watching every step of the way.